The portal of possibility. In every cell, there's a portal to creation, to God's fingerprint. And that portal brings us into balance, brings us back into coherence, brings us into healing, wholeness, and helps us to heal and release which is not serving us. So, in this webinar, I want to open up the space for you to drop into that portal within you, the portal of source, creation, God, whatever you want to call it. It's all the one. And then release what is not serving you: control, fear, manipulation, teachings which are not serving you. So, those parts of us that are still hanging on to fear, anxiety, connected to the false idols, the false gods, will just be cleared from the system. So, what I want to offer to you is that I'll hold space for you to drop into the purest form of creation within you. And by dropping into that space and me holding that space for you, the parts of you that you did not accept or you could not let go, or you were stuck in procrastination or fear, will simply unravel from your system and you will fall into yourself. So I invite you to remember, and it's very important on this planet at the moment as AI is moving in the system, that we remember, that we recalibrate our essence back to the purest form of creation. And we live from that state. We be from that state and remain in that state. So I'm going to work with you, if you like, to really disconnect from any manipulation, anything that's not serving you, anything that's not aligned with creation. So you can go into wholeness. And in that letting go, in that shedding, almost like a snakeskin, shedding a snakeskin, you will remember yourself. You will remember what is here, that we're not alone, that we're all interconnected, that we're all part of the same ocean. And we will return back into wholeness. So there's parts of us screaming, disconnected, anxious, fearful of, are split from ourselves. So if you're judging yourself or if you're judging others, you won't drop into yourself. It's about observing the noise, observing the splits, observing the disconnect, observing the destruction, observing the darkness, the shadow, the density, the nastiness, the evil, and dropping back into yourself. It's total embodiment of being of yourself. I would recommend you to really reconnect with nature as much as possible in these coming days and months. So we remain and remember. That's where we remember ourselves most. And we remember to drop into that portal within us. So, as I say, in this webinar, I'm going to hold space for you to keep dropping and dropping and dropping into self, into wholeness, and that interconnected self within you, and that pristine self within you. So it's about releasing and unraveling and untangling from all obstacles, all illusions, all disconnects, and going back into the true self on the deepest level of remembrance. So this webinar is going to really take you home take you to that sacred, sacred place inside you, that sacred forest inside you, that healing space inside you, that inner voice inside you. And you will remember. And it's almost like jumping in a slide in a water park and you come out the other side different because it's about not hanging on to the edges or controlling the system. It's about dropping into the slide and you know you will come out changed. You know you will evolve. You know that you can't go back. So this is what I invite you to do. I invite you to enter that water slide of God, of creation, of source, and all the illusions. Simply dive into the slide and let it go and let the portal of creation take you to the other side of yourself, back to yourself, back into wholeness. You remember this already. So I'm really excited to bring you to that space so you can live from that space and we can all, when one takes a shift and honors that we are the true portal within that intention, within that moment of jumping into that slide, the whole universe, the whole cosmos will take a shift back into wholeness and the timelines will switch into wholeness. So I'll see you there at the webinar if you'd like to be part of it. Thank you.